Hey guys, what's going on? Happy New Year's. In this video today, we're going to go over the best everything in Marvel Strike Force for January 2021. So that includes a bunch of teams for different game modes and such, and how you can prepare best for whether you're brand new or you're late in the game. You can see which teams are the best and which to build on if you're focusing on a certain area of the game. So the best faction team in this game is Black Order, and when I say faction, that's basically, X-Men, it could be Inhumans, it could be Black Order, it could be Symbiotes, but right now the best one is Black Order with Thanos. Thanos technically doesn't have the Black Order tag, but most people know that this is Black Order. Again, most people know the power of Black Order. In this team, you have two legendaries, you have Ebony Maw, and then you have Empowered Thanos, which Empowered Thanos needs the 4 Black Order characters to become empowered. A lot of people just know how great this team is. I'm not going to dwell super hard on it, but yeah, that's the best faction team, and it is also are going to be our best arena team. But before we get to that, this is my Black Order counter for arena. In War, it's a little bit different. In War, I typically use Sinister Six with Doc Ock. There's a couple other teams that can work against them. It kind of takes a conglomerate, but in arena, this is who I use to counter Black Order. This team does a lot of big punch-ups. I actually got to rank 3 yesterday, and I beat this is my team in game right now is like 535,000 power, and I did a 600. I went up against a 665,000 power Black Order, and this team won. We did lose Ultron, but it still won. I had a bunch of characters on the field still. But I would definitely recommend this team for basically countering Black Order if you don't use Black Order to counter them. It's really good. I have a video out that shows this team in action, but yeah, and then here's our best arena team. Like I said, is Black Order. I think most people know that. The #1 person in my arena, Shard, has a 736,000 Black Order team, and I believe he has a Gear 15 Thanos and a Gear 15 Proxima Midnight, and it is scary. I have not yet faced them. I probably don't want to, but I will eventually. This is your best arena team too, with Cole Obsidian being farmable in the premium orbs. A lot of people can't go the Black Order route, so if you're trying to build up another team that doesn't have Black Order and you're kind of free to play, this is probably your best free to play team, especially for arena. It's not really free to play, but you can get this team without spending on a Cole Obsidian offer or something like that. I will say, by the time this is out, I believe the following week or so, or this week, there should be a Cole Obsidian Blitz. So good luck to you guys when that comes out, if you need it for Black Order. But yeah, this is probably your next best bet. If your arena Shard doesn't really have any Black Orders or have access to Black Orders, this is probably the best way to go. Next up, we have our best U7 team. It's Symbiotes. I will say the kind of downside of this team is it requires a lot of alien spores, and you kind of want this team to be at Gear 13, Gear 14. If you don't have them at that, you can make some subs. You can put in Yo-Yo. You can put in Black Bolt. You can basically put in whoever. Basically, I would just suggest running Symbiote Spider-Man, Anti-Venom, and Carnage, and subbing out Venom or Scream for whoever you want. You could also do Emma Frost or Mr. Sinister, basically, but this is who I use. It autos most of U7 for me. I just have to finish up this stuff at the end, so I know that they have cooldowns going into the next node. Our best war defense in game is going to be Marauders. I've had this for a couple months. We haven't had a good war defense come in. Whoever the next tag is that has that war defense, that will be interesting. Also, I'm going to talk about U7. I'm recording this a little bit before, like a week before the actual best everything comes out. I think the best U7 team might actually be replaced by the new Astonishing X-Men, but we will see. We're still missing one extra character, but it also depends on how solid Jubilee is, but I think that they will replace them for the most part. But again, our best war defense, I don't have a best war offense just because it depends on what you're going up against. I think a good counter to this is X-Force. I do typically a 50k punch up. I really don't try to risk it too much, but I don't have much trouble with using X Factor to counter Marauders. Your DD3 starting team. So last week in Emma Frost's spot, I had Anti-Venom. I actually subbed him out just because this team right here is excluding a skill character, but it has 2 tech characters, 1 Mystic, 1 Mutant, and 1 Bio. So you have a little bit of the playing field to get into Dark Dimensions 3 with those gear pieces. Now those gear pieces are farmable, so hopefully you'll have a better time. But if you're starting off, I think this is the way to go. Instead of Emma Frost, you could also use Mr. Sinister. They require the same mini unique But yeah, I think this is the way to go. The reason why I have Symbiote Spider-Man over any other symbiotes is because Symbiote Spider-Man was made specifically for raids and for Dark Dimensions. He has 100% drain in Dark Dimensions, so basically he's healing up whenever he attacks. Ghost, Minerva, and Ebony Maw all have a 15% health steal on their ultimate, so you want to get those off as soon as possible. And in Dark Dimensions 3, that's huge because those enemies are huge health pools that do a lot of damage, so taking just 15% off on their ultimates is huge. You could also use Phoenix in this team. The reason why I don't have Phoenix in this team is just because Phoenix, you need Dark Phoenix to get the kind of benefit of what Phoenix does in Dark Dimensions 3, which is a 20% health steal if you have the T4 into her special, but also you would have to revive her. Granted, there are revives, but I don't think you should be planning for that. So let's go into our best DD3 global team. It's just going to be Mr. Sinister, Ebon Frost, Ghost, Yellow Jacket, and Stature. I just think this is the best team to go in there with. You have 2 techs, 2 mutants, and 1 bio. Not crazy or anything, you know, not too crazy. I mean, Pimtech was made for Dark Dimensions, and then Emma Frost and Mr. Sinister are a great combo together. Again, you could throw Phoenix in on this team, but yeah. Best DD3 Cosmic team. This team got me through the Cosmic nodes in, I believe, a week. I didn't restart or anything. I just kind of pushed my way through it the best I could. You have Minerva and Ebony Maw doing the 15% health steal, the Thanos giving them ability energy. Whenever Greg dies for Hela, Minerva will heal up the team, and Black Bolt is just a huge, just huge amounts of damage. He's the best blaster in the game, maybe behind Ultron, maybe tied with Ultron. It depends on what mode you're using them for, but I think this is the way to go for Dark Dimensions 3 Cosmic. Our best city Dark Dimensions 3 team is Symbiotes. I will say a lot of you probably, if you're not yet in Dark Dimensions 3, probably will not be able to build up this team just yet unless we get more mini uniques in like the raid store or something. But basically this requires a lot of alien spores. So if you're trying to build this team from scratch, I would say Symbiote Spider-Man, Carnage, Anti-Venom, and then 2 other city characters. I actually beat City Dark Dimensions 3 in 3 days with Doc Ock and Ghost Rider, and I also had Venom, Carnage, and Symbiote Spider-Man. So I didn't have Anti-Venom or Scream leveled up to gear 14 for Dark Dimensions 3. So it is doable without this whole team, but it'll take about 3 days, which is pretty solid. Our best U6 team, I said last time that I was doing this video I was going to try and do new characters that are coming out to help you kind of build for this U6 team. The reason why I just did BKT, this is BKT right here, is because Minerva now just became farmable. She's in the War Store, which still kind of sucks. There's a lot of great characters in the War Store, but she is farmable, so that's kind of why I wanted to slot her in there. I will say I am interested in what Longshot and Shatterstar can do, specifically Longshot, because whenever a teammate does a crit, he gives turn meter to himself and Longshot and the whole team. And he actually has the extra crit chance. Shatterstar has the extra crit damage, so I think you want Longshot over Shatterstar. But if you're gonna, if you just get Longshot now, you could sub him in for one of these characters. I would say just keep Minerva and Star-Lord. Now the placements on this is kind of weird because the site that I'm using to do this places them really funkily. But you basically want Star-Lord to be giving energy to Minerva the whole time, and Thanos giving energy to Minerva and Rocket. But you could sub in Longshot and Shatterstar on this team and keep Minerva, keep Thanos, and maybe keep Star-Lord. But yeah, or Groot or whatever. But I am interested in what those 2 X Factors can do, especially in U6. So I would keep that in mind. And then your best Dark Dimensions 1 team, a lot of people will probably have this team or have these characters at 6 stars to get into Dark Dimensions 1. I know a lot of people are actually beating Dark Dimensions 2 before they get into Dark Dimensions 1. But a lot of people go and farm for Star-Lord first, and they will have these characters leveled up. And then Mordo is needed to unlock Phoenix, and he's pretty solid and has some self-sufficiency with himself. So I think this is probably your best DD1 team and probably the first characters that you will have actually at 6 stars to get into Dark Dimensions 1. So yeah, that's the best way to go. Again, I have these in parentheses just because there are better teams. If you go into DD1 with all symbiotes, you should probably beat it on auto. Same with U6. But this is what I think will be kind of available to people. Maybe not Thanos so much, but maybe you could throw in Longshot there. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me know where you think I'm wrong. Let me know where you think I'm right. Yeah, let me know if you think I have other categories to add. Let me know if you want me to add a PV best real-time arena team. All sorts of stuff. Just let me know in the comments down below and I can do that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. On this channel I do guides, I do giveaways, I do orb openings, I do all sorts of Marvel Strike Force stuff, so make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.